Hi everyone, I'm Sophia with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. For a young man born to Polish nobility in the 14th century, James didn't strive for worldly riches. He learned piety and humility from his parents, which he would carry on and be known for throughout his life. Desiring to retreat from the torments of the world, James joined a local Franciscan order. He quickly was seen by his brothers as a man of virtue and zeal for the salvation of souls. This would come in handy when he answered the calling to share the gospel with his neighbors in Russia. Brother James quickly went to work, revitalizing the faithful and preaching to anyone who would listen. He encouraged a renewed devotion to our Mother and even helped organize and found a group called the Societas Peregrinatum, or the Travelers of Christ. In a combined effort with the Dominican friars, the Travelers for Christ would travel together and conduct parish missions wherever they were welcomed. It's kind of like net missionaries who travel around the country in an exile van, ministering to middle schoolers and sharing the gospel with the youth. Only the brothers didn't have a van, and they weren't just focusing on the youth, but anyone who baptized in the faith. Upon the passing of the Archbishop of Halicz, the King of Poland requested the Pope name Brother James the successor because of his zeal and pious reputation. Brother James accepted the position in 1392 out of humble service, but remained wearing his Franciscan habit and continued the ministry work. Over the course of the next 19 years, Archbishop James would build religious houses, schools, hospitals, and churches, as well as donate a majority of his large income as archbishop to the poor and infirmed of his diocese. When it came to creating his family coat of arms to use for his formal documents, he instead had an image of Mary engraved on not only his seal, but also his pastoral ring. This way, everything he stamped and sent out would have the guidance of the Blessed Mother for all to see. He didn't care for just the spiritual formation of his flock, but also for their overall welfare. He would regularly work with the Polish Parliament to discuss practical measures to ensure the well-being of his people. This allowed him to truly pastor them spiritually. He was commonly referred to as the protector of the kingdom. He eventually passed in 1409 and was laid to rest in a Franciscan church in Lwów. 200 years later, his tomb was opened to discover that his garments and body were incorrupt. This called for the opening of his canonization and was approved for his beatification by Pope Pius VI. Let us have the same heart for our fellow brothers and sisters to provide for them a renewal of faith, especially through our Mother, and to will the good of our neighbors before any worldly power and wealth. Blessed James of Strepar, pray for us.
Thank you for tuning in to Awaken the Saint. Awaken the Saint is made in partnership by Spoke Street Media and Awaken Catholic.